Hello everyone, welcome back to our final class in this series. We will be focusing on our fourth element, which is fire. And so to begin, we will do a quick warm-up as usual. Fire. Fire provides warmth. It provides energy and power to humans, to animals, to our society. Fire can also be incredibly destructive, but it too is necessary for life, for the ecosystems. fire can be crackling in your fireplace, or it can be raging in a forest. It can quickly turn from harmless embers into a dangerous blaze. Come into your body and start in a crouch. Crouch on the floor, either sit or squat, or get really low to the floor. I'm gonna want you to feel like you're an ember in the very bottom of the fireplace. The ember, it has incredible heat. It's so hot, but very little movement. Really embrace the energy and power this ember holds without showing it too much. In your body, how can you embody this ember that could be so dangerous if it catches, but right now is harmless, yet extremely hot? This ember, maybe it grows. Maybe this ember grows into a tiny, tiny little flame, one singular flame. How does your body grow? How does your body become an ember and turn into a flame? The flame crackles. It's never still, it's never static. It's always glowing, flaming. The flame tips reach out into the space surrounding it. As it reaches into the air, it feeds on the air. Flames require oxygen to live, just how we require oxygen to live. The flame gets larger, gets smaller in short bursts. There's no correct way to be a flame. All flames are independent and unique. Maybe this flame starts growing. Maybe it becomes 2 flames, 3 flames. Maybe they come together and form one larger flame. As it eats more oxygen, it feeds on more wood, more fuel. The flames become larger and larger. Your movements become larger and larger. How you are as the flame becomes different. The character of the fire becomes different. Maybe it becomes more aggressive, more violent. Maybe it turns into an entire campfire. Campfire that feeds on logs, on air. At the same time, this roaring blaze also provides warmth and comfort to the humans and non-humans surrounding it. It provides light, provides a sense of home, a sense of place. But it's still a roaring, potentially destructive element. Feel how your body can reach out spontaneously, like a flame. How the flame reaches out and feeds on the air. All of a sudden, a spark comes out of the flame. Maybe the spark lands a few feet away.
Maybe that spark ignites its own flame. Maybe that flame grows and joins with the first flame to make a large blaze. Maybe this blaze grows and grows and grows till it's a fire rage, a storm of flames. All the flames competing each other to get to the oxygen, to feed on the wood. These flames create a chaotic, violent, destructive force. How does your body create these immense, powerful flames? They're feeding on air and wood, yet they become so drastic and full and violent. And yet, still, fire is a natural part of an ecosystem of life. Fire provides life to trees. It enhances forest growth. So this violent, raging blaze is essential, is okay. And yet, it can be so destructive. This fire, this blaze that you've created, maybe it grows and grows and grows, and it becomes ever larger and ever more violent and loud and full. It competes with the forest. Maybe it's as tall as the tallest tree. Maybe the flame reaches all the way up, out through the forest. Maybe it spreads on the forest floor and eats up the pine needles and pine cones and leaves that are laying on the forest floor. This fire spreads. It engulfs everything. Soon the entire forest is ablaze. Create motion in your body that relates to this blaze, this forested blaze of fire, of oxygen, of wood. There's so much fuel for the fire to grow on. How does your body embrace violent tendencies of fire? How does your body conjoin the destructive nature of fire with the essential, important nature of fire? In your movements, try to feel expansive and ever-growing and indestructible as your own personal flame. Create movement and fullness and space. Take up all the space. Your flame is so wide, your blaze is so full and large that it doesn't spare any space. Take up the entire space of wherever you are. Maybe as this flame comes to its climax, it finishes all the fuel it has. Maybe it starts to recede, to lessen, to form a smaller, quieter blaze, still strong, still powerful, but smaller. The fire begins to reign in. There's not so many flames now. Maybe it starts raining. Rain and fire are not friends. Maybe the water starts to extinguish the fire. The large flames turn into small ones. The spreading fire stops spreading. The small flame extinguished. We're left with a few more. A few lone flames trying desperately to rebuild its former glory. But there's no more fuel. The water is pouring down. The fire is eventually extinguished. Maybe there's only embers left, like in the beginning. These embers are slightly moist. They were just large flames, and now there's a few embers left, the remainders of this giant blaze that once was. These embers are quieting, they're slowing, they're running out of their own fuel. One by one, they get extinguished by the water, by the dirt, by the lack of fuel. Slowly, the flames come to a close. The fire, the former glory of the fire, is now extinguished in a natural way. Everything comes full circle. The fire had its cycle, and it will again. So this concludes our final class. I hope everyone had so much fun dancing and moving with me. I certainly did. I also hope everyone learned a little bit about how we can relate to the environment and about the environment in general. So thank you so much for joining me for these 4 classes, and hopefully I'll see you soon.